the way in which we've been building it is based on what the user wants to interact with, needs to interact with. And so when you've got an operator, they're less concerned about the wonderful graphics. You actually can control what's going to be their access layer, and often you can put a lot of computing power at that point. But then when you're wanting to sell this dream to somebody that's in the public, they do care about what it's visualized. And so in those cases, you need to sometimes control the experience that they can actually receive within that. But then once they go in, it gets significantly better, more rich, more beautiful, and you want them to fall in love. You want them to want to come back. The whole point of the metaverse is to create a compelling experience that people want to engage with. And so we have developed them to start with as distinct experiences, and now we're overlapping. And so the concept of the meta twin is where we're starting to see the strategies, because as soon as we spend time with a client, their use cases they blend from, I want to engage the public, I then want to have a private experience, and now I want my operators to use the same piece. It's all on a similar stack from a technology point of view, but has very different use cases.
That's great. Oh, yes.
I was just going to add, actually, I'm going to give a plug for our nonprofit, because Sebastian and I sit on the board of something called the Open Metaverse Alliance, and this is basically a nonprofit community-led project by companies in the Web3 metaverse space, where we just decided that we needed to get together and have a forum to talk about how to do this, because technically it's very hard, and there are lots of legal and social issues. It's very complicated stuff, and so we thought, what better way to start than to come together in a room and at least figure out how we can get each other's projects to talk to each other, and at least then that's a start. And we can experiment amongst each other and hopefully then be open and transparent about how we did it and how other people can connect with our projects and maybe start a little bit of momentum from there.
That's excellent. So all of you are visionaries in your own right. So before we finish out today, if you had a blank canvas and a magic wand and you got to write the story of how this amazing technology evolves from a very personal standpoint over the next 20 years, and we get to just project ourselves and we're there, just give us a little snapshot about what that would look like. And so we'll start with you, Guy.
I believe that we're still going to have amazing physical experiences and interactions. When we want to put our goggles on that can be enhanced with an augmented experience over the top, and then when you want to actually dive in and engage with people that aren't going to be around, you can also engage seamlessly with people that you want to around the world and explore and meet others in like-minded communities, etc.
Excellent. Beverly, we'll just come right down the line.
Wow, well, I hope that we don't have goggles 20 years from now. I hope there's another solution.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean like this. Okay. I mean glasses, really. Yes. I want them to be seamless.
Yes.
So my vision's a little bit bigger. I am hoping that right now there's divides across the world, and I'm really hoping that the metaverse allows us to see each other in a different way, in a more human way, and that it brings us together and makes us more cohesive. That's my hope.
That's great. I hope you get your wish. I'm with you on that.
I think technology-wise, it will be much more seamless. I see our headsets. Remember the old mobile phones, the big ones? I think we are at that stage right now. It's going to be much. It could be glasses or lenses, something. But apart from that, I really wish this technology to advance the humanity and increase empathy, and also solve for sustainability, which I believe is the most important problem in the world today.
Yeah. Sebastian.
I really see like creativity has no limits, but what we've seen before is like it's not necessarily about like the aesthetic or like the realism that's going to win. It's really about like how we provide tools that allow to define a new format of entertainment and people to enjoy having fun creating and sharing, and that have given birth to Instagram, to Snapchat, to TikTok. I see in the metaverse, within 10 to 20 years, every one of us will have one or multiple digital avatars who will be interacting across many virtual worlds, will potentially earn more, a part, if not all our revenue from digital activities, and the overall digital economy would have surpassed the physical world economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think following on from that, I think when we think about what people will do in the metaverse, hopefully they will do everything. So they will be entertained, they will work, they will be educated, they will communicate with each other. And so I think it's less important how we think about accessing the metaverse, but that we can actually provide the infrastructure, both technical and financial and legal, so that they can actually engage in all those activities. Because if you think about the transformational effect on the economy, if we, as Sebastian said, have a physical world and a virtual world, if the virtual world becomes as large as the physical from an economic standpoint, then we've done the world a great service.
Yeah, I agree. But it's interesting that thematically, everyone touches on the human component, and instead of just technology for technology's sake, really looking at where we want to be as humans in 15, 20, 100 years, and using technology to backfill. You have been a spectacular panel. I wish we had another hour to continue, but thank you all so much. Thank you all for joining us today, and again, it's really an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you for arranging.